Well, I tell you what. Ever since I did Club Shay, it's become a ingrained part in the culture, so to speak. So Marlon was on last week, Marlon Wayans, and I'll just say like he had the issue with DJ Vlad, and I'm cool with Marlon, and I'm cool with DJ Vlad, and Vlad said Marlon said he wanted $40,000 to do an interview, and Vlad said, "Nah, I'm not paying that." And then it got ugly. They did Marlon and Vlad did a back and forth, and Vlad was like, "Marlon doesn't do numbers like that." And one, I don't like it when the personal discussions become public, and I'm cool with Vlad, but and I think he admitted it. He was completely wrong in this situation. You can ask for whatever you want. If you ask, you have to be prepared to be told no and to be prepared to walk away. I've been asked to do stuff. I've asked for things and I walked away. I talked about the Steve Harvey thing a few months ago. The show didn't want to pay me what I wanted and I walked away. No love lost. I didn't ever say a bad word about Steve. It wasn't like, how dare you? It was like, if you're not going to pay me, I got to go. And that's what it is. So if Marlon wants to ask for $40,000, you can say no, and he didn't get the interview. But the Club Shay interview, Marlon's getting a lot of views now. So now Marlon got the big F you to Vlad, like, oh, you don't think I'll draw numbers? It's weird how the universe works. It's like as soon as Vlad said that, Marlon was on Shay the next week. I was like, so now it's like Aries said, does the juice match the squeeze? Or is it the squeeze match the juice? I don't know. But so now Marlon can say, see, I do numbers. But that was a perfect platform for me. And if you haven't seen it, it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. As a guy that's worked with the Wayans brothers on Little Man, I saw firsthand how close the family is. I saw how every day we got to set, Sean, Keenan, and Marlon, they hugged and they gave each other a kiss, and it was just family. But I'll never forget, I was talking to Sean one day on the set of Little Man, and he said something that registered with me. And we was talking about haters, people saying you guys only work together on stuff, how you only put the thing is like they only put each other on, their family on. And then Sean just said something. I was like, oh, it made so much sense. He goes, when people come at him and say, the only thing you do is work with the Wayans. If it ain't Keenan or Marlon or Damon, like Sean, you wouldn't even work. And Sean was like, so what would you rather me do? Work with you? I was like, that makes so much sense. He goes, why wouldn't I just work with my family? I love them. We have a good time. I know they got my back, and they're going to give me honest feedback and criticism on something I write, something I say, or if the scene's not right, they're not going to sugarcoat nothing because they know at the end of the day they love each other so much. So I was just like, I never thought of it like that, and I'm probably wording it wrong, but I just remember when Sean said, why would I not work with my family? So I can work with you? I was like, duh. But as a guy that's seen how the Wayans work when they're together, it's impressive. And it's almost like how you would hope most families would be in the business. And like Keenan's the godfather of all this. But none of this happens without Keenan making that move. And I never knew, watch the interview with Marlon, but he's got some funny stories about Eddie Murphy just being in the living room when he was getting ready to shoot Raw or Delirious, and just probably Raw, and just Marlon and all the brothers just bagging on Eddie. And Marlon said, to Eddie's credit, he just let them go. He just he didn't try to, obviously Eddie could have crushed him if he wanted to, but Eddie just laughed, and it was kids. So he kept it going. And then Marlon said he originally had the part in Nutty Professor. It wasn't Dave Chappelle. And then Keenan told him, like, you can do a movie for Eddie or you can do your own movie. And that's what they did, Don't Be a Menace to Society while Drinking Your Juice in the Hood, which is a hood classic. So, and then Marlon said how the universe works and God works is years later he got to do Norbit, and that's when he got to be the trainer dude. So, yeah, it's weird how this business works. There's so many stories where somebody passed on a role to do another role that ended up being a bigger role. Like the rumor was like Will Smith passed on The Matrix. There was who else? I think they wanted Tom Selleck instead of Harrison Ford for Indiana Jones. You think of like some of the people that could have been cast in something that didn't do it. You're like, recently I saw the Tyrese audition for Django. That my face says it all. So, and I've given some bad auditions. So I'm not hating. I'm just saying that was brutal because Tyrese so LA, so the Southern accent he wasn't pulling it off. I'll just put it like that. I was thinking like with some other roles that could have went. I've always heard got offered to somebody else and was like, let me think. Oh man, I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. There's just so many parts in this business that somebody could have got, but they passed and it went to somebody else. So, yeah. But if you get a chance, watch that Club Shay interview with Marlon. It's pretty good.